Hey, what's going on guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, I'm back with another monster review. We have the monster ANTLERIAN. This is the race monster, and I'm going to be doing a review today. So this is a magic and nature denier, and I'm going to go ahead and basically review this monster at level 110. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel with your on. Anyways, let's go on and get started. So ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see, we have a 110 here, and of course it is not my account, it is actually Clockhawk's account. So huge thanks to him for letting me borrow his account to make this video possible for you guys. So the monster is obtainable at the moment through the race. You can obtain him from the race, or you can go ahead and purchase him early from the era portal, aka the era shop. So that's where he got this monster already at rank 1, and we're gonna go ahead and review this monster today at level 110. So let's go ahead and start off with the traits first. You have hardened. Okay, pretty decent trait, not really my favorite. Immune to torture, this is really good, but this is only to himself. Rank 3, you get pyrophobic shield. So this monster will be able to get hit only by fire element. So that's kind of good. It's like evasion, but let's say a slightly nerfed version of evasion, if that makes sense. So the enemy will still have to cleanse this, or if not, they're gonna have to run a fire monster on their side, and then they can deal damage, if that makes sense. So pyrophobic shield, pretty good, but actually like immune to torture, I think this is really good, especially against like nowadays against 7 sins and stuff like that. It's not bad. But anyways, let's take a look at the stats here. So we could just skip the power. This monster is not an attacker. 164,799 at level 110. Look at the speed, 9,408 at level 110. I've never seen that before. So this is the fastest monster in the game at the moment. Let's take a look at the skills. So first of all, one of his skills, Wild Fig, it deals him damage and it applies root to all enemies. So the monster loses its next turn and receives all incoming attacks. So you can basically apply this to the enemies. It's one of the new effects, and this monster has it. We can test it out in battle, of course. Then we have this tree skill, which is a torture immunity and pyrophobic shield to all allies. So you can basically start off with this maybe if you want. You know, run this monster full speed. If you're going to be doing full speed, you can apply torture immunity and pyrophobic. This isn't actually a bad combo. This is not that bad. Trust me. Good counter against, you know, the beasts. And on top of that, it comes with a shield and 7 cents. You can counter it for 3 turns. So 3 hits. Not bad. But anyways, you got the tree here, which activates all cooldown on one enemy, applies curse to all enemies. I wish this was an AoE CDA. Sadly, it's only to one enemy. Now, you also have White Cedar, which activates cooldown on one enemy and applies curse to one enemy. Interesting. So this monster has 2 curse skills. One of them is to all enemies, the other one's to only one. Let's take a look at the other skills. So you can also do a root to one enemy as well. Rather than doing AoE, you can do single target. So there is cooldowns on this, 2 turn cooldown. I'd rather take the CDA, honestly. He already has CDA on, so yeah, I would do the same. CDA carrying that as well. So basically 2 CDA skills, one's AoE, the other one's single target. In case if you're like running against a dodge area or something, or even if it's not a dodge area. Let's say you want to stop an attacker, and if the attacker's not running any 0 cooldown skills, you can always just spam this and the other. Now this other skill comes with a torture immunity and pyrophobic shield to one ally. It's basically the same thing as this, except that it's only for one ally. So if you want to run both of them, you can run this monster fully supporter if you want, running this skill on the side, but that's up to you, honestly. Let's see, you also have an AoE curse. This one does not come with TDA, but it's a spammable skill. But I don't know why you want to spam that, honestly, because the curse will continue resetting, which is not a good thing. You kind of want the curse to get bigger and bigger, remove more life, but if you're going to continue resetting, there's no point. So I would say don't really run deepest roots. That would be a bad skill in my opinion. Moderate nature damage to an enemy. This is a spammable skill, but like, why would you want to run that? It doesn't come with any denial or anything like that. So why? But anyways, so overall, not a bad monster. I would say this monster is mediocre, honestly. The only thing that I don't like about this monster is that it doesn't come with any pause effect removal skills or NER as well. So besides the torture, there's nothing really you can do. So if your monsters get denied or something, this monster cannot do anything about that. So I would say still run like 3 speed runes, or at least make this monster go in second. Have another monster go in first that could PER or trade disable, and then you want this monster to go right after. I'll go ahead and show it in battle, okay? But anyways, before we do that, let's take a look at the relics. So for relics, you can do staff. I'll go ahead and take this Kin of Atlantis. And then for amulet, you can do any, literally almost any actually. I would say go with like a Tanny's amulet so you can regenerate more stamina. So you have, I guess, 2 stamina regen. Unless you want to do something different, then that's up to you. We can keep the talent. There aren't too many talents out at the moment, so there isn't much you can give. So anyways, let's take a look at the ultimate. Eternal God. Removes positive statistics from all enemies, trade disable to all enemies, and applies stun and vulnerability. At least this one comes with PER, and it comes with traded table. Pretty good. But it doesn't deal any damage. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and put this monster in test. So I'm going to be facing Cupid, and I want to show you guys a counter against this monster. This monster is a huge counter, okay? Cupid, let's just be real. This monster destroys ANTLERIAN because the monster has access to peers and it has multiple fire skills. So you gotta watch out. But anyways, a good pair up, a good ally would be Master Goldfield because this monster has access to PER and traded table in case if you run up against Pangaloyat or any other Megaton monsters, well, you got yourself that there, you know what I mean? But anyways, so what I can do is maybe start off with the AoE trade disable. I mean, we could do that, or we could do something else. So I guess I'll go with the AoE trade disable. Sure, why not? And looks like I got fire weakness, even though I'm already vulnerable to fire. That's weird. Okay, that's kind of funny. So we can actually do 2 things. We can apply CDA to a single enemy and apply curse to everybody, or we can also do torture, or even roots. And since I'm running this monster full speed, I'm gonna go ahead, or not full speed, 2 speed and 1 team speed. I'm gonna do roots, and sadly roots didn't leave the land because this monster has tough, the other one has bulwark. So the chances of that landing is pretty low. It's not 0, but it's just low. You gotta know that. So on purpose, I'm gonna kill this monster because it's the biggest threat. We gotta get rid of him. He's gonna come back, and then Goldfield, you can go ahead and do another AoE trade disable and take down Cupid, and Cupid is down and gone for good. But honestly, I don't know if we're really going to see ANTLERIAN being used in the meta. Like I'm talking about on PvP and stuff like that. Like I don't think the monster is really going to be used that much. What do you guys think? I mean, we're gonna have to see, but right now, I don't think this monster will be used that much. In my opinion, I don't think the monster is really going to be used. Do I have burning? Oh, that's fire weakness. Yeah, they changed the effects and stuff. So here we can do the torture immunity with pyrophobic shield. So this doesn't really cleanse much. It just gets rid of any tortures and also applies you pyrophobic shield. Now we can cleanse if we want to, or we can do something else. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and cleanse and apply the energy there. Stamina regen. And we can eliminate the dragon if we want. Let's do it. And I think he's gonna come back. Yep. Okay. That was the first time the monster died. That's why. I thought the monster already died. So we can PER that, by the way, if we want to. Or we can go ahead and try to disable them. So I want to go ahead and show you guys this pyrophobic, how it helps me against this. So as you guys can see, no damage taken thanks to the pyrophobic shield. So it's got some good uses, but it's not the best thing in my opinion. We can do the curse. So CDA to, for example, actually let's do CDA to tank because I don't want the tank to apply life regen or anything like that, and I want it to just charge up and not be able to do anything. And we just did that. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the dragon. And now this monster's alive. We can go ahead and either remove all tortures. I don't think I have any tortures. Yeah. Just double checking because these new effects, I'm still getting used to them, you know what I mean? Burn blood, okay. So the monster's basically, never mind, the monster healed because of med pack I'm running. Okay, well this is still fine because what we can do is we can CDA this monster again for the second time. Keep that in mind, this monster has more than 1 CDA skill. So you can continue denying the enemy over and over again, kind of. Kinda, not really. But anyways, this monster gets a huge hit from all those tortures. What we're going to do is charge up because we got hit with cooldown activation. And guess what? By the time the monster charges up, next turn what I can do is apply roots to the monster. Because the monster's already trade disabled, right? Yep, the monster's already trade disabled, so he gets hit by roots very, very easily. So what that does is basically it prevents the enemy to attack or anything like that. So as you guys can see, once he gets a turn in, he can't do anything. The monster loses a turn. And I'm sure, yep, recently rooted. That's the effect, what it looks like. But what you could do if you, let's say, wait, this monster has another root skill, right? What you can do is PER that, And then next turn, what you can do is you can apply a retake again if you want. That's up to you though. So I'll go ahead and charge up. Or you can do CDA, denial. So you can continue spamming that if you want. And basically win with tortures. That's possible. It really is. I can't do anything right now. I have to keep charging up. And that curse keeps adding up over and over again. But of course, I can always just win like this very easily. So overall, what do I really think about this monster? I would say I honestly don't think the monster is really going to enter the meta. The reason for that is because, I mean, we've got Cherub Cupid running around PvP like the whole time. Unless some people in the top comes up with a new play, you know, some cool play, then sure. But honestly, I don't think it's really going to be used that much. I'm being serious about it. I don't think it's going to be used as much. Maybe in Team Wars, they can make some plays with it. But other than that, I don't know about PvP. Because Cherub Cupid is really meta right now. Plus, on top of that, come on, let's not forget about our boy Teddy Bomb. Monster has access to many fire skills. And it comes with denial as well. Although the tortures can be avoided with the monster's pyrophobic shields. Not pyrophobic shield, torture immunity. But again, that monster is mainly used to be a denier, or you can also run as a support. That's up to you. But I'm just saying, like, the nice thing is though, I really like the fact that the monster is really fast. But other than that, I don't really like much about him. But I'd love to hear your opinions, guys, in the comments down below. But that's going to be pretty much it for today's Monster Legends Monster Review. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for your and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.